أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. My name is Muhammad Tayyib Abbasi. I am student in enhanced Islamabad level in foundation level. We will, when we come with a new Maya, tomorrow we also come with a new tomorrow. Let's start.
Gotcha.
Hello, Maya.
Muhammad Ali Babasi.
My first question is,
Hello, my.
what does the word please mean?
What were you hoping to get clarity on with the word please?
Yes.
Please is a pretty basic politeness thing in English. Basically, a way to make requests sound kinder or show respect when you're asking someone for something. Like, please pass the salt instead of just pass the salt. Simple as that.
Okay. Why do people use the word please?
Mostly to be polite. Makes requests less demanding, more respectful. Like asking, could you help me please? Sounds way nicer than help me. People often add it to soften the ask or show gratitude. Why do you think people use it in different situations?
Where did the word please come from?
That's actually a pretty old word. It goes way back to Old French, from plaisir, meaning pleasure or delight. So originally, asking someone to please them meant do something to make them happy. Pretty cool to think that asking for help.
How old is the word please?
Around 800 years old. It started popping up in English around the 1300s.
What language
So not
please?
ancient. It started in Old French. The word plaisir in French is where please comes from. It's evolved quite from being about pleasure to being part of polite requests. Oh, that's really sweet to hear. Thanks. Is there anything you're hoping to explore further about language or communication right now?
Okay, very good.
Outside
Very
the
good.
gate.
My
Are
next
you
question is, how was please used in the past?
back in the day, like centuries ago, please was actually more about doing something that would be pleasing to someone, not necessarily just being polite. People would say, I would please you by doing this, meaning I would make you happy by doing this. The polite request sense came later, kind of a shift from making someone happy to being respectfully polite when asking for something. Pretty subtle change, but it happened over time.
Okay, what language
Yeah,
did please
it
originally come from?
I think you might have been asking about the origins of please. We covered it's from Old French, plaisir. As for compson,
क्या कर रहे हो
I'm
यार?
not sure. Oh, okay, cool. Were you asking where the word plaisir came from, the origin? That's from French too. In more, any veils over day. Be pleasing. So we've got Latin, French, so English over centuries. It's funny how old languages layer on top of each other, right? None of
Okay, how was please used in the past?
think you're asking about how please was used in the past, but do doesn't quite fit. Can you try saying that phrase again?
How was please used in the past?
Um, you're asking how people used please in the past. Well, like we talked about, centuries ago, they didn't just tack it on to requests. They'd say something like, I'll please you by doing this, literally saying they'd make you happy by doing what you asked. Then it simplified to just the please part, becoming a way to be polite with requests. It went from being more about making happiness happen to just
Okay. My next question is, How was please? Why is please considered polite?
你说来，我会想要不要打电话。I didn't quite catch that. What were you asking? And I think you might have started a Chinese phrase, then switched back to English. Are you curious about why please feels important for communication?
Okay. How does saying please show respect?
It shows respect because when you say please, you're not assuming the other person is obligated to do what you ask. You're giving them space to choose to help. Instead of treating their time or effort as something you're entitled to, it's framed as something you're respectfully requesting. It signals you recognize their agency and kindness matters, not just getting what you want.
Why does saying please show respect?
Well, nuts. Did you mean to say why does please show respect?
Yes, yes.
It's simple, politeness. Basically showing you respect the other person's choice in doing what you ask instead of being rude about it.
Okay. When should
Make
we say
sense?
please?
Pretty much anytime you're asking someone to do something could be, can you help me, please? Pass the
When
salt,
should
please.
we
Please
say
close the
please?
door. We should be safe. What situation are you talking about?
When should we say please?
Oh, oh, right. When you ask for something, that's when you say, please. Pretty much any time you're asking someone to do something for you. Like, can you pass that, please? Or help me with this, please.
Okay. My next question is, can please be used in formal conversation?
Yeah, absolutely. Please works just fine in formal settings. When you're talking to someone in business or like a professor or authority figure, it actually makes your request sound more professional, not less. Could you review this report, please?
Okay. My next question is, how is please used in daily life?
Everyday pleases are pretty much everywhere. Ordering food, asking for directions, or asking someone to do something at home. Even thanking someone with thank you, please sounds natural in daily chats.
Okay, my next question is, why do parents teach children to say please?
Parents teach kids to say please to instill politeness. It's about teaching respect, showing they recognize the effort someone makes when they do something for them. Saying please isn't just about good manners, it also shows kids they value someone's time and willingness to help. It's like a habit that shows consideration for others.
My next question
Okay, you all
is,
set?
how does please improve communication?
You mean improve communication through politeness? I think please is the perfect step, adds a lot of respect instead of being too blunt with requests or orders.
Okay, my next question is please used in the same way in every culture?
That's a fascinating question. You mean like would people use please when talking to crops or animals? So I'm not sure if farmers specifically use please to plants, but in general, using kind language around animals is actually believed to affect their behavior more positively. The intention of kindness might be more important than saying please specifically, But to crops, I'm not sure there's research on that one. That's an interesting thought, though. Could kind intention help plants too?
Can please change someone attitude?
That was a really creative question. I think it shows you're thinking deeply about where communication shows up, even in
My
unexpected
question is,
places.
can please change sometime attitude?
Definitely. A little politeness can go a long way with attitudes. Someone might feel annoyed getting asked something directly, but throwing in please can lower their defenses, make them feel respected, and they're a lot more likely to be helpful. It's amazing how one little word can shift the whole vibe.
Okay, my next question is, do children learn to say please at school or at home?
Most kids actually learn please at home. Their parents or caregivers teach them as they're learning manners, but school teachers definitely reinforce it too. So it's kind of a combo. Home is where it usually starts, but school keeps that practice going.
Okay, my next question is please, what are some polite words beside please?
Toilet words. I think you might have meant polite words besides please. If so, some other polite options are thank you, you're welcome, excuse me, sorry, and may I.
My next question is, why do children encourage students to say please?
Teachers encourage kids to say please for the exact same reason parents do. It teaches respect and good manners. It's about creating a classroom where everyone feels valued. It also shows teachers that kids recognize their authority in a respectful way. It creates a nicer and more cooperative learning environment when everyone uses polite language. Your name is Zoham Ataya Babasi, and you mentioned your Shali Rehan at Ishambath campus information level.
No, my name is Muhammad Tayyib Abbasi.
Mohammed Dia Babasi, got it. I think I had the wrong.
Okay, my next question is,
Welcome.
why do teachers encourage students to say please?
We already touched on this a bit, but it's the respect factor. Teachers want a respectful learning environment for everyone. Please shows kids recognize the teacher's time and effort. Plus, it just makes requests come across kinder than demands. Is there anything specific about that you want to explore? Okay, you're all set?
Okay, my next question is, can please change some, what is the difference between a respect with please and without it?
I think you're asking about the difference between asking nicely and being direct. With please, you're signaling respect and giving someone choice. Makes the request softer. When you leave it out, it sounds demanding and more like an order. Like, bring me that versus, could you bring me that, please? Same request, different energy.
Okay, can please make a respect sound kinder?
Yes. Please really does make even direct requests sound kinder. It's like adding a little warmth to the ask instead of just stating what you want. Takes away the sharp edge.
Okay, my next question is, when did people become common in English?
I mean, when did you please become common in English?
Yes,
It
yes.
became
When did
really
please
widespread,
become
probably around the
common in English? My question is, when did please common in English?
I think there's been a bit of a mix up here. You started asking about please, but then asked about police. Can I clarify which you want to learn more about?
My question is, you will give me topic or about place in 250 words.
I think there's been a misunderstanding with the question. I'm here to discuss the word please, but
My
I'll
question
gladly
is,
summarize its
you
meaning.
will give me answer what is please and why we say please. This question answer give me in 250 words.
Sure thing. Please is a magical little word that smooths out our requests and makes them sound respectful. It comes from the old French word plaisir, meaning to please or to make happy. Originally, using please in a request meant you were offering to bring happiness to the person you'd asked something from. How lovely is that? Now, please is mostly about politeness. Adding it to requests like, pass the salt, please, or help me with this, please, turns what could sound like a demand into a courteous ask. Why do we say it? Because it shows you value the other person's effort and acknowledge their choice. They can say yes, or they can say no. Please respects that freedom. It's a social lubricant that keeps interactions harmonious. Teachers use it to build respectful classroom environments while parents nurture politeness from the start. In profession, got it. What are you thinking about it? Anything else I can clarify about?
What role does
Sorry, I didn't
please
quite.
play in social interaction? Tell me this question answer in 250 words.
Please lowers the social polite language that I'm listening. I'm not.
Hello, Maya.
He.
My question is, what
How's it going?
role does please play in social interaction? Give me this question answer in 250 words.
Please turns demands into requests, making interactions smoother. Adding it shows respect, signaling kindness instead of entitlement. It lowers conversational stakes while making us appear polite and considerate in almost all exchanges. Clear? It sounds like you're all set then. Heading off? Good to talk, Mohammed. Have a good one.
Okay, my next question is, why does politeness affect society?
Lightness builds trust between people, making conversations safer for us to share views and feel like we're heard. That affects everything: smoother discussions at work, stronger communities, even global relationships being a little bit less strained when people act politely towards each other.
Okay, my next question to you is, do all language have a word like please?
That's a really thoughtful question. It turns out most languages do have something like please, but it doesn't always look the same or work the same way. In Spanish, you'd use forms like por favor. Other languages, mm, did you want to?
Okay, my next question to you is how is please used in business communication?
Business, please makes requests come across more professional, not rude. Sounds way better than barking out demands to coworkers or clients. It softens communication while still getting your point across. Keeps the vibe less aggressive. Yeah, baby, I agree. Please makes such a difference in how things land with people in business conversations.
Okay, my next question is what is the difference between polite and radio request?
Light versus a direct request. Can you clarify that a bit? Maybe I misunderstood which phrases you're asking about.
My question is
I think you said you're going to post something. Can you clarify what you're posting?
what
I
rule
was just
does
wondering
please
what you
play
meant
in
by
social interaction? What role does please play
yeah,
in social interaction? My question is give me answer.
I think you meant social interaction.
Yes,
Please
yes.
is polite. Right. It adds respect and lowers tension, making even small asks come across nicer. Anything else about that you'd like to explore?
Yes, yes, yes. How can politeness improve the relationship?
Politeness strengthens relationships by building trust. When people feel respected and kind conversation from each other, that builds the basis for connections where folks feel safe together.
Okay, why do politeness reflect respect for others?
I think you meant politeness instead of brightness. Politeness shows you value someone's time and feelings instead of just demanding what you want. It communicates you treat them with kindness and consideration.
What lesson about politeness can children learn early in life?
Kids learn politeness, build stronger friendship.
Okay, how can we encourage people to be improve polite?
I think what you mean is how can we encourage politeness?
So, Viva, this is our Maya. I know you will like this Maya. We will meet in another Maya. We will meet in depth. The Personal